Welcome, everyone, to an incredible adventure, one that's happening right now, inside your head. Today, we're diving into the wild, wonderful world of neuroscience to uncover the secrets of the human mind. This isn't just about facts and figures, it's about understanding what makes you you. How do you think? Why do you feel? What's going on in that 3-pound universe between your ears? Picture this: your brain is like a bustling city, alive with activity. Billions of tiny workers, neurons, are sending messages at lightning speed, building the experiences that shape your life. From the simplest thoughts to the deepest emotions, your brain is the mastermind behind it all. And here's the kicker: it's not some static machine. It's constantly changing, adapting, and rewriting itself based on what you do, see, and feel. Over the next hour, we're going to explore the brain's architecture, how it talks to itself, and what happens when you learn something new. We'll wrestle with big questions, like what consciousness really is, and peek at the cutting-edge discoveries pushing neuroscience into the future. Plus, we'll tie it all back to you: how can this knowledge make your life better? So, grab a comfy seat, maybe a snack, your brain loves a little fuel, and let's get started. This is going to be a ride through the most fascinating territory imaginable: your own mind. Part 1: The Brain's Blueprint. Let's kick things off with the basics. What's your brain made of? At first glance, it might look like a wrinkly blob, but it's actually a masterpiece of design. Think of it as a high-tech headquarters split into 3 main districts: the cerebrum, the cerebellum, and the brainstem. The cerebrum is the big boss, literally. It's the largest part of your brain, taking up about 80% of its real estate. This is where the magic of thinking, imagining, and problem-solving happens. It's split into 2 halves, or hemispheres, connected by a thick bundle of fibers called the corpus callosum. Fun fact: the left side controls the right half of your body, and vice versa. Ever tried patting your head and rubbing your stomach at the same time? That's your hemispheres juggling tasks. The cerebrum's surface, called the cortex, is packed with grooves and ridges. Those wrinkles aren't random, they increase the surface area, cramming in more processing power. It's divided into 4 lobes, and we'll zoom into those soon. Next up, the cerebellum. Tucked under the cerebrum at the back of your head, it's smaller but mighty. This is your coordination guru. Ever wonder how you can ride a bike or catch a ball without thinking too hard? That's the cerebellum fine-tuning your movements. It's like the brain's dance coach, keeping everything smooth and graceful. Then there's the brainstem, the unsung hero at the base. It's your body's autopilot, handling the stuff you don't even think about: breathing, heartbeat, digestion. Without it, you'd be toast before this video even started. It also links your brain to your spinal cord, making it the highway for signals heading out to the rest of you. But the real stars of this show are the neurons, about 86 billion of them. These little cells are the brain's messengers. Each one's got a body, dendrites that grab incoming signals, and an axon that sends messages out. When a neuron fires, it's like a spark jumping across a wire, traveling up to 200 miles per hour. At the end, it hits a synapse, a tiny gap where chemicals called neurotransmitters leap across to the next neuron. Dopamine, serotonin, adrenaline, these are the couriers delivering the mail. This network is mind-boggling. If you laid all your neurons end to end, they'd stretch over 600 miles. That's like driving from New York to Cleveland, all inside your skull. Together, they form a system so intricate, it puts the internet to shame. Part 2: The Brain's Neighborhoods. Now that we've got the big picture, let's take a tour of the brain's neighborhoods, the regions that make you tick. Each one's got a job, and they work together like a well-oiled team. First stop, the frontal lobe, right behind your forehead. This is your decision-making HQ: planning a trip? Solving a math problem? Telling a bad joke? That's the frontal lobe at work. It's also where your personality lives. Back in 1848, a guy named Phineas Gage found this out the hard way. A railroad spike blasted through his frontal lobe, and he went from a chill dude to an impulsive hothead overnight. True story, look it up. Behind it is the parietal lobe, your sensory switchboard. It handles touch, pressure, temperature, even pain. Ever felt a sudden itch and known exactly where to scratch? That's the parietal lobe mapping it out. It also helps with spatial skills. Next time you parallel park like a pro, give it a nod. On the sides, we've got the temporal lobes. These are your audio experts, processing sound and language. They're why you can hear my voice right now and make sense of it. They also team up with the hippocampus, more on that later, to store memories. Ever caught a whiff of cookies and flashed back to grandma's kitchen? That's the temporal lobe stirring up the past. At the back, the occipital lobe is your visual wizard. Everything you see, colors, shapes, motion, gets decoded here. Close your eyes, and it's still working, conjuring up images in your mind. Damage it, and the world goes dark, even if your eyes are fine. Now, let's go deeper. The limbic system is your emotional core. The amygdala, a little almond-shaped nugget, handles fear and joy. Ever jumped at a loud noise? That's the amygdala hitting the panic button. Nearby, the hippocampus shapes new memories. Without it, you'd live in an eternal now, forgetting everything as it happens. The basal ganglia, buried in the middle, are your habit formers. They help you tie your shoes or brush your teeth without a second thought. But they're also tied to rewards, why habits like scrolling social media can be so hard to break. And don't forget the thalamus, the brain's relay station. It takes sensory info, sight, sound, touch, and routes it to the right spot. Think of it as the air traffic controller keeping everything on course. These regions don't work solo. They're in constant chatter, blending logic, emotion, and action into the seamless experience of being you. Part 3, the brain's electric symphony. So, how does this all come together? Let's talk about the brain's language, electricity and chemistry. Every thought, every move, it's all neurons firing in patterns. When a neuron gets excited, it sends an electrical pulse down its axon. At the synapse, it releases neurotransmitters into that gap, like tossing a note to a neighbor. The next neuron picks it up, and the cycle repeats. This happens billions of times a second, creating a symphony of signals. Take walking, for example. Your frontal lobe decides, let's go. The motor cortex sends signals through the brainstem to your legs. The cerebellum adjusts your balance. The parietal lobe tracks where your feet are. All this in a split second, without you breaking a sweat. But it's not just about movement. Emotions, memories, even dreams, they're all patterns in this network. When you're happy, dopamine floods your synapses. When you're stressed, cortisol takes over. It's like the brain's own chemistry set, mixing potions that shape your day. Part 4, rewiring the mind with neuroplasticity. Here's where it gets wild. Your brain isn't set in stone. It's more like clay, always molding itself. This is neuroplasticity, the brain's superpower to adapt. For years, people thought your brain locked up shop after childhood. Wrong. It's rewiring itself right now as you watch this. Every time you learn something, a new word, a guitar chord, a recipe, your neurons build new connections. Practice a lot, and those pathways get stronger, like trails turning into highways. Take London taxi drivers. Studies show their hippocampuses, those memory hubs, grow bigger from memorizing the city's crazy streets. Or stroke survivors, if one brain area is damaged, another can step up, relearning lost skills. It's not fast, but it's possible. But there's a flip side. Bad habits or stress can carve ruts too. Ever noticed how anxiety makes your mind loop? That's neuroplasticity reinforcing the wrong circuits. The good news? You can fight back. Meditation, exercise, even puzzles, they nudge your brain toward healthier paths. Try this. Next time you're bored, pick up a pen with your non-dominant hand and write your name. Feels weird, right? Keep at it, and your brain will adapt. That's neuroplasticity in action, proof your mind's a work in progress. Part 5, the consciousness conundrum. Now, let's tackle the big one, consciousness. What's making you aware of this video? Why do you feel like you? Scientists have theories, but no slam dunks. One idea says consciousness comes from neurons teaming up across the brain. When they sync in just the right way, bam, you're awake, aware, alive. Another points to the claustrum, a tiny layer that might flip the on switch for awareness. There's also integrated information theory. It argues consciousness is about how much info your brain weaves together. More complexity, more you-ness. Sounds trippy, right? It is. Self-awareness adds another layer. That's the prefrontal cortex letting you think about thinking. Animals like dolphins and chimps have hints of it, but humans take it to 11. Ever caught yourself overanalyzing a text you sent? That's your self-aware brain in overdrive. But consciousness gets weird. Split brain patients, where the hemispheres are cut apart, act like they've got two minds. One side might pick a shirt while the other disagrees. And what about sleep? You're out, but dreams prove something's still brewing. Then there's qualia, the what it's like of experience. Why does rain smell that way? Why does blue feel blue? Science can map the signals, but the feeling? That's the hard problem, and we're nowhere near solving it. Still, we're chipping away. Brain scans show consciousness tied to specific rhythms, like a dance only your neurons know. Maybe one day we'll crack it. For now, it's the ultimate brain teaser. Part 6, Neuroscience's New Frontier. Neuroscience isn't sitting still, it's exploding with breakthroughs. Let's check out what's cooking. Optogenetics is straight sci-fi. Scientists use light to flip neurons on and off in lab mice. It's pinpointing what controls hunger, fear, even sleep. Could it fix depression one day? Maybe. Brain-computer interfaces, BCIs, are wilder. People with paralysis are moving robotic arms with their thoughts. Companies like Neuralink want to plug us into the cloud. Imagine downloading Spanish or texting with your mind. It's not here yet, but it's close. Imaging's getting sharper too. Diffusion tensor imaging maps the brain's wiring like a 3D blueprint. FNIRS tracks activity on the go, no giant machines needed. And CRISPR? It's editing genes linked to autism or Alzheimer's, hunting for cures at the DNA level. AI's in on it too, sifting brain data faster than any human could. It's spotting early dementia or predicting seizures. Meanwhile, Connectomics aims to chart every neuron. Think Google Maps for your brain. These aren't just lab toys. They're rewriting medicine, tech, even ethics. Who owns your thoughts if a machine can read them? Big questions, big future. Part 7, Brain Hacks for Everyday Life. So, how do you use this? Let's get practical. Neuroplasticity says keep learning. Play an instrument, cook something weird, dance badly, your brain thrives on it. Know your regions. Stressed? Your amygdala's screaming. Take a breath, let your frontal lobe chill it out. Mental health's brain-based too. Therapy rewires negative loops, talking can literally change your mind. Sleep's non-negotiable. It's when your brain cleans house and files memories. Skimp, and you're foggy. Feed it right. Fish, nuts, berries, brain food. Sugar crashes? Not so much. Move your body. A walk boosts blood flow, grows neurons, lifts mood. Little tweaks, big wins. Your brain's yours to tune up. Conclusion: the endless adventure. There you have it, a whirlwind tour of the brain. It's a messy, brilliant, ever-changing marvel. We've covered its parts, its plasticity, its mysteries, and its future. But the coolest part? It's still unfolding, inside you, every day. Thanks for sticking with me. Keep asking questions, keep exploring. Your brain's ready for it.